Keeping multiple chameleons together is a topic that requires careful consideration due to the unique and often solitary nature of these reptiles. In the wild, chameleons are predominantly solitary creatures, only coming together for mating purposes. This natural inclination towards solitude should guide decisions about housing them in captivity. Firstly, it's important to understand that chameleons are territorial, and their stress levels can rise significantly when housed with others. This stress can lead to a range of health problems, including decreased immune function, refusal to eat, and increased susceptibility to disease. Therefore, the general recommendation for keeping chameleons is to house them individually. However, there are instances where keeping multiple chameleons together can be considered, albeit with strict conditions and monitoring. For example, some breeders successfully house juvenile chameleons together for short periods. In these cases, it's crucial to provide ample space and resources to minimize competition and stress. The enclosure should be large enough to offer multiple basking spots, feeding areas, and hiding places. This setup reduces the chances of conflict and ensures that each chameleon can establish its own territory within the shared space. When considering housing females together, it's slightly less risky than mixing males, as females tend to be less territorial. However, they can still show signs of stress and aggression towards each other, so continuous monitoring is essential. Any signs of aggression, such as hissing, lunging, or biting, should be taken seriously, and separate housing should be provided if these behaviors occur. Mixing males and females together outside of breeding purposes is not advisable. Males can become overly aggressive in the presence of females, leading to stress and potential harm. Additionally, the constant presence of a male can lead to excessive and unwanted breeding attempts, which can be physically taxing for the female. Breeding pairs should only be introduced for short, supervised periods. After mating, they should be separated again to prevent stress and aggression. It's also important to note that not all introductions will be successful, and breeders need to be prepared to intervene if necessary. When it comes to different species of chameleons, cohabitation is generally not recommended. Different species have varying environmental, dietary, and behavioral needs, making it challenging to meet the requirements of each species in a shared space. Additionally, there's a risk of disease transmission between species. In summary, while keeping multiple chameleons together is technically possible, it is fraught with challenges and risks. It requires a significant amount of space, resources, and constant vigilance to ensure the health and well-being of the chameleons. For most owners, especially those who are not experienced breeders, the safest and most humane approach is to house chameleons individually. This respects their natural solitary behavior and minimizes stress, leading to healthier, happier chameleons.